We got the Uri DC and we got the SeaSir Dcast. I'm disassembling the SeaSir to do a full ceramic bearing upgrade. I'm going to start the video now. So for the SeaSir, you're going to want a Phillips head screwdriver. And I count 1, 2, 3, and the fourth screw is right there. Almost forgot the handle. I've mentioned this before, if you're going to use a plier to get that off that handle, put like a cloth or something so you don't scratch up your reel, you know what I mean? Does the SeaSir have that weird thing like the DMK? Let's check it out. Nope, just a regular nut. Huh. Remove the handle, take off the drag very carefully. There's a spring here. Remember, you want to remember the order we do this in, because if not, you'll have messed up drag. Remember the distance here, how these nuts and washers are stacked up, okay? Because if you don't, guys, you'll have messed up drag. So it's right about here, right? Okay, we're going to start untightening that now. Almost done. These two washers come off like that. Under those two, there's this thick one, and I think that might be it. That was it, and this looks like a bearing right here. Pretty interesting. Remove our side cover. Hidden screw there, one there, and two more on the other side. Took our screws out. We are going to take off our tension knob, and from there, this thing should just pop right open. There's no screws in it. Ooh, live action. There's that bearing. They use blue grease. I think that's Shimano grease. That's kind of cool. Alright, so this is what it looks like before we get into it. Pretty similar to the Cheetah in terms of how the clutch here is set up with that little thing there. They don't use no weight. I think the Cheetah had a weight. Oh, there is a weight. That small little thing there. It's a pretty small weight. So this is how this reel is after I've been using it. I've been using it in saltwater, freshwater. I've been doing a little torture testing with it. Not bad. But these are cheap stainless steel bearings. So this will be interesting. I'm going to call this the handle bearing. And let's see. On. Zero it out. Let's see what this thing says. It says 14. 14 by 4 by 8. That piece likes to slip out of that outer ring. Watch that so it doesn't fall out, because you'll have a really tough time. This is what makes like the alarm system for the SeaSir, so that's pretty cool. That's actually like really set up neatly, like the aftermarket kits for Shimano. Pretty neat. Let's take this off, and I noticed with the SeaSir, the drag's been pretty solid, but there's been times where, like I noticed, hey, little slip, but that's like max drag, you know what I mean? Should have started off with saying use gloves for this because it gets messy. Okay, take that off there. Carbon drag, just like the DMK. And, you know, I have metal gears. Whatever, I'll get into that later. Carbon washer on top. This goes there. And we're going to change the bearing out in there. Does this have a bearing here? Yes, it does. Okay. Pretty similar to the Cheetah. There's the spool bearing. I mean, the good news is all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver if you live in the good old USA and you want to upgrade your SeaSir. That's pretty awesome. The Cheetah, on the other hand, you need like 5 different, I'm exaggerating, you need like really 3 different hex screw bits, and it's so annoying. Man, I even have a metal gear for this thing. I used to have like a real 3D scanner, and I didn't know how to use it, and I wish I had it now, because I could recreate all the stuff with a 3D printer, and if I wanted to make it out of metal, use that scanner and just send the file over to like a CNC machinist or something, and just, yeah, custom parts right away. Okay, so under the shaft here, there's a C-clip. You gotta remove that to get to this bearing, and we'll measure it. I just took that bearing out, and that C-clip was a son of a gun, and that looks complicated, so I didn't even take that off. I just flipped it upside down. I'm going to leave it the exact same way it is. I'm going to measure this right now. 9mm round, 3 flat, and the inner diameter is 5 millimeter. I don't have the bearings for this reel, so I'm just going to measure size. One of the bearings holding the gear and the spool right here. It is 12 round, 3/5 flat, and the inner diameter is 8 millimeter. This is for the last bearing in the level wind. Other side, just like the DMK Cheetah, remove the C-clip, then you can pull out that shaft. Okay, take that little pin out right there. Bearing right there. Ain't that a small one? Now I might have this, or not. I'm gonna measure it right quick. This bearing here is 7 round. Okay, 7 millimeter round. 2 flat. Inner diameter is 4. While we're here, since I can't do the bearings, might as well show you the drag. That's the whole alarm system for it. Got your drag. This thing is dry. Alright, remember the order of this, because I might forget. Oh, got a spring attached. Those two are in there, so if I miss them, they're both together. Alright, so one here and the one on the bottom. It's pretty much dry. Maybe if we use some cowls, we'll have some better results. Almost forgot the last bearing inside here, and I'll measure it now. 10 round, 4 flat, and the inner diameter is 5. Thank you guys so much for watching.